Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm gonna put one eye here and one eye here. And what I've done is I got a little gray on my brush and I just come around and made a, and if I have to make his eyes bigger, that's fine, because cows have big eyes. And I think I will make his eye a little bit bigger. And that's all I'm doing, is just making that little circle there to put his, I'm gonna just wipe my brush off. I'm gonna grab some more black paint and kind of come right in here. And I'm just gonna make sure that gray that I just made that line, fill it in. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of, I'm gonna wipe my brush off. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this yellow gold and just come in here around about a little bit. Just kind of blending that in with my black. What I'm going to do is, since I'm going to come right in here a little bit, I think. Right along in here. I've got too much water on my brush, so let me just wipe that off and grab a little bit more paint. If I think that one's bigger, then I can always make this one bigger, because I like that big eye. I do like the big eye. Alright, I'm just going to come back in here and make sure I've got black. And I've got some gray on my brush too, so that's fine. And I'm actually just going to bring his eye over a little bit. So his eyeball kind of goes off the canvas, off the, you can see it. Alright, so I'm going to grab some of this yellow gold and just bring that in here. And like I said, I think I am going to make this one a little bit bigger, because I like it being a little bit bigger. I like big eyes. Big eyes on cows are pretty. So I'm just going to bring this over. Of course, we're going to let his eye come over a little bit. So we'll just grab the black and we'll just go in here and close this up. Yellow gold. I'm going to come back in here with a little of this gray, and I'm just going to make it a little bit of gray. I think I got too much. And I'm going to give him a little point. Same way with this side over here. I'm going to turn this into a little point. I'm going to try something. I don't know if I like it, but we'll see how I like it if I do. I have some dark blue here and a little bit of black is what I'm picking up. And I'm just going to come right in here and just rub some of this in there just to try to give it a little different shade. I just might pick up just the blue since it's so black. You know, sometimes things have a blue tint to it when they're black like that, and that's what I'm trying to do, is just give it a little some blueness about it. And then we're going to grab a little bit of white. I got just a tiny little bit of white in here, and I want to bring it in here to make it turn into something it shouldn't be. I just see that's doing something I don't want it to do. Well, I kind of like that though. Just kind of blend it in with the. Let's grab a little bit of the brown. I just want to put some lighter colors in here with them, but that might be a little bit too much, so let's grab a little black. You can tone that too much white down in there. It's just making it a little grayer. I did like it. I just got too much of something. A little white and a little blue. A little white, a little blue. I'm going to just come in here with his ear a little bit and I'll do some. Yeah. Now I'm not going to keep it that color, y'all. Let's just grab us some black and tone it down now. Just a little bit of white and a little bit of blue. Just gonna give him a few little hairs here and there. And then I'm gonna grab some of this black and just kind of tone over it. Alright, so we're going to come in here with let's try some of this blue and some of this brown and see how it does. Let's just come in here with a little bit. Let's see. You can just give him some fur. I like that blue and brown together. It's giving it a different shadowing here. Different colors. So a little blue, a little dark brown. And I'm going to come in here with a little bit. So I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of white and a little bit of gray. And what I'm going to try to do is to come in here. Well, that might be too much. Let's just grab a little black with this now. There we go. Just a little bit of that gray and white and a little bit of black. It's just giving him a little pretty color there. It's divide. It's giving us some, I like that. So a little gray, a little white, and then I'm going to come right under here, right under his mouth, just a little bit of it. Just to outline his, and then I'm just going to bring it, sweep it down a little bit, just to kind of outline his mouth from his body a little bit. So then I'm just going to grab some black and just come in here and just sweep over it a little bit. Not killing all the color, I'm just getting some of that color, just to keep some of that shade, so you can tell where one stops and one starts. I actually like that color enough to try it this way. Because if we don't do something, it's overpowering here. It's got some different colors coming in there. Just taking a little white, tapping a little white in here. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here, follow this face line. I'm not killing all my color, I'm just adding some color to it. And then I'm just going to grab a little black and come in here and do a little with it. So let's try a little bit of this gray and white. And let's come around his eye. Let's see, we want to come around to his ear right here. Oops, I think I got too much white on there. Let's grab a little more gray. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of all the color, I'm just going to get rid of some of it. Do a little bit in this white. Not liking that, so that's too much. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Alright, so I'm going to grab this black and just come in and very gently add a few little flickers here and there. Just grabbing some gray here and trying to blend that in with some of that black. Alright, so just going to grab a little brown and I'm going to put a few flickers of that and a little bit of this gray together. At this point, a little blue, a little brown. And you see, I'm not doing every bit. I'm just trying to do a little bit to make that black where it's not shiny. So bring back in some black in here just to try to cover up some of this white. Alright, I'm going to try a little bit of this blue and a little bit of this gray, and I'm going to wipe my brush off so I don't have too much paint on it. And I'm just going to come in here and see. Not really liking that. Nope. That's not, that's a wild looking cow. So I'm going to let that dry and then I'll come back and fix it. I really like this, but I think I want a little more darker gray in some spots. I'm going to just grab up some of this white and I'm going to come in here and just kind of ruffle his feathers a little bit. I like that. I'm still leaving some of that gray in there. I'm just coming in and doing a little. I don't want my gray to overpower my white, but at the same time I want the white to show through. Alright, I'm just adding a little gray in here. And I may come back in with some more white just to let them blend. But I think it's going to have to, let's bring some white over this one. I touched that blue. It didn't dry. We're going to grab our number 3 and I'm just going to touch the tip of it with some white and give them a little dot right there. Okay, I'm back with my number 3 brush instead. I think I'm going to come in here and just put some gray along in here and grab a little bit of this black and try to get rid of that line. I want his eye to come over, but I don't want that much to come over, so just kind of making him blend in a little bit. Back to the little liner brush. I'm going to pick up some white and I'm going to come around here and just, no, I don't like that. I'm just going to do a little bit around here, and I think I'm going to grab a little bit of white with it and just come around here. And just kind of fill in this gray. So I'm not feeling that little eye lash. Well, that's too much white, so let's grab a little more brown here. And you can hear the rooster. They out being free, enjoying themselves, free ranging. Okay. Wipe my little brush off, and I'm going to grab me some brown, and I'm just going to cover this little white up. Just doing some little tiny eyelashes, y'all. And I just have a little brown and a little white color on my okay, so I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm just going to grab a little white and come in here and flick a few. Go over it, just give it a little shadow. Trying to do it so lightly, because if you go heavy, it ends up making a wide eyelash. like I got right there. Let's get a little bit of tiny dot of white and a tiny little dot of brown, and we'll come over here and work on this one. And I still may come back in there with a little more of that golden yellow. I'm going to grab my number 3 brush, and I'm going to grab some of this golden yellow, and I'm just going to I'm rolling it out on the tip, and I'm just going to come in and put a little. And if I think I got too much, I can just grab a little black and tone some of that down. Wipe that paintbrush off, grab some more of that golden yellow, come under here, do the same thing, just a little. I'll wipe that off, grab that black, and then just come under here and I'm going to grab a little more of that gray with some black on my brush, and I'm just going to come around here. Same thing, a little gray and a little black. Come around this way. And I'm going to come in here with this black, and I might tone down this on these eyes just a little bit. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to wet it a little bit, wipe it off, and grab some of this white on the very tip, and then just come in and try to do a few little hairs. I've got the black, so I'm just coming under here, and I'm going to touch up. Same way here. Let that go that way. And I'm just going to let these go. This one, we're just going to come under here. Just tap these eyelashes out. Same way with these, just kind of go around with them. So I'm back with my small brush, and I'm going to grab some of this white and a little bit of this brown, just a little dot of each, and I'm coming back around and just come in here. I think I got too much white. Still just a tad little white and more brown. And if I got too much, you got to roll it out. Put them all right in here. I'm just going to come in here with this, and then I can come back in with the brown. So I'm going to grab some white, and I'm going to bring his eyelashes down. I'm just taking my white and just barely touching and trying to just barely get a little bit on. Same way over here. And then if I want to go in there with a little brown, I can come in with a little brown. And I want that white on that with that brown if I can get it, because it gives it a different color.